Hello, my name is Paul Lunas, and I'll be doing my presentation on a comparison of two musicians, Hildegard of Bingen and Guillame de Machaut. I hope you enjoy. Hildegard von Bingen was born to a noble family in 12th century Germany. Around the age of 8, she was sent to live in a monastery, possibly due to the vision she claimed to have at the time. She became a sister in the order of the Benedictine, and eventually even became a prioress. She claimed to see various prophetic visions throughout her life on a multitude of topics. She composed many musical and literary works. She also made many scientific discoveries and breakthroughs, uncommon for her time period. Throughout her life, she wrote over 77 musical compositions in total. These can be mostly broken down into the two works of the Symphonia Armi Celestium Revelationum and the Ordo Virtuotum. One of the more notable examples of her work is the Spiritus Sanctus. It can serve as a good example of some of the features her music usually incorporates. This particular song has a monophonic texture. It was also designed with a female voice in mind. The purpose of this song was to sing praises to God, and in that sense it resembles an ancient psalm. Hildegard of Bingen has a very prestigious legacy and was even declared a saint by Pope Benedict XVI in 2012. She became a notable figure of interest in the 20th century as a positive example of woman in the past. She has even become acknowledged for her advanced theories on medicine and science in her era. Guillame de Machaut was born in 1300 AD in Machaut, France. He went on to serve John of Luxembourg, King of Bohemia, at the age of 23. He continued his service even after the king's death, falling under the protection of his daughter and her husband, the King of France. He continued to live a life held in high honor all throughout Europe until his eventual death in 1377. All of his musical works can be compiled into 32 manuscripts. His works include 23 3- and 4-part motets, a form of polyphonic song at the time, 19 lays of varying styles, and 33 virelays, most of the latter two being unaccompanied songs. Unlike Hildegard, most of his work was actually of a secular nature. His music was also known for carrying a polyphonic texture throughout much of it. A notable example of one of his motets would be Quant à moi, and an example of one of his virelays would be Ai me, Dame de Velour. A good sample of one of his pieces is Puis Quien Obli. It has a polyphonic texture throughout the song. It was originally intended for male singers to perform, and unlike Hildegard, the tone is secular and not inherently intended for religious purposes. It also features an isorhythmic meter throughout the song as well. The song tells a story of love lost and eventually a heart broken. Guillame's legacy is long-standing and left a large impression on the music throughout the era that he lived through. Guillame's large influence helped pioneer the Ars Nova period of music that he lived in. He was also the first composer to ever create a mass entirely polyphonically. Even further than that, the views and the techniques he used on his poetry to blend it with various musical elements are still renowned throughout this day and age. This is my works cited page. That's my presentation, and thank you for watching it all, and I hope you all enjoyed it.